Let's give a round of applause for Evan, who's going to kick us off with the first startup.
Hi folks, my name's Evan, co-founder and CEO of Scrapp. We develop smart waste programs for businesses powered by data. Now, Scrapp is a team of 12 people spread across the UK and the US. And the way we started the business was when we were stood by the recycling bin, looking at packaging and not knowing what to do with it. Product labeling said one thing, local guidelines is something different, and it was different again from the town over. Now this confusion, I don't know if anyone else in the room could relate, but it turns out you're not alone. 8 out of 10 of us actually recycle incorrectly and put it in the wrong bin. And they're doing something known as wish cycling, and this is contaminating the waste stream. And contamination is a big problem, as folks in the waste industry, I'm sure you're aware. It costs a lot of money globally. It causes equipment damages, landfill fees, and CO2 emissions. What we're trying to do as a company is we're trying to fill the gap of data that is currently missing to help educate consumers, but then also enable businesses and other stakeholders to adopt circular practices. But there's one thing I wanted to kind of do a piece on here quickly, and I wanted to have a show of hands. Who here knows what the circular economy means? Good, that's a good turnout. Now, statistically, 9 out of 10 people don't actually know. And in the words of my fellow compatriot, saving our planet is now a communications challenge. So it's how can we communicate the correct practices? And that's where Scrapp comes in with our smart waste programs. So the way we work is we essentially are building databases on recycling, packaging, and consumer engagement to help educate at the point of disposal where waste is going. Once we've built enough of a data set with that, we can then work further up the supply chain to design for circularity at the point of conception. Right now it kind of sits like this. We've got our stakeholders that do not talk. We've got consumers, businesses, municipalities, policymakers, and brands and retailers, all of which have got something in mind when they're talking to the person that goes around in the circle, but there's no cross-communication, which means collaboration stagnates, and we can't fully get the industry to move to a circular model. The way Scrapp is doing it is with a common language, using our data and technology. We've got a suite of digital tools, which I'll go into in a minute, but the idea is we're creating this common language for them to communicate to each other to know what to do around waste. So to begin with, we've got our completely free Scrapp mobile app that enables anyone to simply scan the barcode of any product and learn how to recycle it wherever you are in the world. We currently provide location-based recycling guidance to over 400 million people across the UK, US, and Canada. Our goal is by 2025 to make that 1 billion. So if it's currently available on the Apple and Android stores, we're continually building our data sets and integrating AI. So do please check it out, give us some feedback, we're always welcome to it. For businesses, we can turn any one of their bins into our smart bin. This is one of our clients, KPMG, where we basically put a display screen and scanner above their bins, and individuals can walk up, scan it, and know where to put it with a peace of mind. The idea here is we can not only track the point of disposal, but we can track the engagement metrics of how people are actually understanding the recycling programs that they're rolling out within their businesses. All of it is aggregated into a web portal that you can see here. It allows our businesses to track, measure, and educate. I love the saying, you can't manage what you can't measure, and that's exactly what we're doing with waste, because right now it gets to the waste haulers and then they have no idea what happens after that. But we try and work further and further up, and that's why we work with brands. So with our brands, they can get onboarded to our platform completely for free, and then we enable them to understand the recyclability of their products, and they can get more eco data for better decision making for circularity. All of these are replicated in all of our digital tools throughout, so once you're bought into one part of the ecosystem, it goes on throughout. But what's the most interesting part of everything that we're doing here is when you know why you're recycling something, where, how, when, all of a sudden you're getting a really powerful picture on what the circular economy means, and that's ultimately what we're trying to do here. We're building proprietary market insights for us as individuals and industry experts to know exactly how we can adopt a circular model as a society. We have a 10-year impact plan, and what we're looking at doing within the next 10 years is being able to prevent 2.7 billion tonnes of CO2 from being released into the atmosphere, 14 billion tonnes of money saved with our current clients, and also divert 95 million tonnes of waste going into landfill. So yeah, quality data to power the circular economy. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's that. Essentially, we're looking to build a platform, and we are building a platform with some of our customers already to adopt a circular model. And by doing that, we can reduce waste and increase the amount of recyclates that we produce. I think that's pretty much it from me. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation, and I'm happy to take your questions.